Hi, welcome to Motors and Medicine. On today's episode, we're going to be discussing a few simple tips and tricks to help you alleviate your lower back pain. Because I know that many of us have sustained lower back injuries, whether that be from a slip and fall, improper lifting, or just trying to overdo it when we're not really set up to do such things. So I treat back injuries all day, every day at my clinic. So I'm going to go over just a few of the basics as to why these injuries occur, and then we're going to talk about some simple management of these injuries, and it really will help you alleviate your back pain, whether it be something that's been hanging on, lingering as a chronic injury, or something more acute from a new injury. So first off, the biggest thing that I see at my clinic is people did an improper lift of some sort. So rather than take a proper squatted position, pick something up off the ground and lift up with their legs, they tend to bend like this, pick up, and then twist. And it's that bending without squatting down and the twisting that tends to cause those injuries of the lower back, whether it be muscular or mechanical in nature, or it could even, obviously, if it's severe enough, could involve your lower disc tissues. And there are a lot of disc injuries that I see as well, but that tends to be more of an issue with the younger crowd. The older you get, your problem tends to be more mechanical with facets and other things in the lower spine. But basically, we're going to focus on a few simple things. So number one, when you're doing lifts, please try to squat down, grab whatever object it is, and lift with the legs. Number one. Don't bend at the waist, grab something, and especially don't bend at the waist, grab, and twist, because that's going to cause the back injuries. Now, let's just say that you've sustained an injury, whether it be from a slip and fall, an improper lift, or whatever the case. There's a few things that I'm going to go over. A couple of stretches and a couple of exercises that have proven to be very effective for alleviating the back pain and helping you get back to your normal self at a much quicker pace than usual. So the first thing we're going to do is just a simple sit down on a chair or a stool. And you can do this from home, you can do it while you're on the couch watching TV, whatever it is. The first thing is just a simple sit stretch. You're just going to cross a leg and then you're just going to lean forward. And you're going to hold that for about 20 to 30 seconds. Then you're going to let up and you're going to repeat that. You're going to switch legs, do it on the other side. Lean forward, 20 to 30 seconds, let up, repeat it again. And doing that stretch multiple times throughout the day helps to loosen up that lumbosacral region and those muscles that tend to be a little bit more tense after an injury. And even if you've only just been doing daily household chores or outdoors activities, you'll tend to get a little bit stiff like that. So this is not only going to stretch the lower back, but also loosen up the hip a little bit of the pelvis, and it's going to help loosen up that top of your gluteal muscles so that you're feeling a little bit more flexible when you get to moving. So that's the first stretch. The next thing we're going to do involves getting a hold of what's called a foam roller. Now these things can be had for very inexpensive, probably about $10 to $15. You can pick them up on Amazon or any of those other stores online. Basically what you want to do is set it down. You're going to get down on the floor and you're just going to start at the neck and you're simply just going to roll over it using your legs as a propulsion method, and you're just going to roll over that back and forth all the way down to your waist and back again, back to your neck, back to your waist, and back again. And what that activity is going to do is loosen up a lot of those facets in the mid-thoracic region, and it's going to just alleviate a lot of tension in the back straps, which tends to occur after an injury. The back is a very strong muscle group, and we want to try to do things that will loosen up those muscles and help you feel less pain, especially when you lay down to sleep at night. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is a simple exercise where we're trying to gain back some of that core lower back strengthening And it's a real simple exercise. It's called the Superman. Most people are familiar with this exercise, but I'm going to demonstrate it anyway. You basically get down to the floor level on a 4 position like this. And what you're going to do is just lift one arm and the opposite leg, like so. You're going to hold that for about 2 seconds. Back down, switch to the other side, hold that for about 2 seconds, back down. And you're going to repeat that about 10 to 15 repetitions. That's going to help get that lower back musculature back into that proper tone. It's going to help line up your hips a little bit if they're a little bit out of whack from having a fall or some type of strain. Finally, the last thing I'm going to introduce to you is a very simple exercise that you can do on the floor, and it's a combination of an exercise as well as a lower back stretch. Now, most people might think this is counterintuitive, but when you have a lower back injury, because of the way your lower spine is shaped, it's actually favorable to get into this position, and it helps alleviate pain. So what you're going to do is just lay down, get on the floor, completely outstretched like this. And what you're going to do is just push yourself up into extension. This is called a Mackenzie extension stretch. And you're just going to hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds and back down to the floor and back up again and back down. And you're going to, again, repeat that process for about 10 to 15 reps. If you combine all of these exercises together, the stretching, the roller, the Superman, the Mackenzie, these things are greatly going to reduce your pain, your tension. It'll help increase your flexibility, and it will help recover from an injury, and it'll help prevent injuries from occurring. And of course, if you stick to those proper lift techniques, you'll be better off in the long run. So hopefully these tips helped you out. Like always, please like and subscribe. Until next time, this is Motors and Medicine signing off. Thanks.